Well, this is a video I certainly never expected to be making. Hi, I'm Danny, and I'm going to be ranking all of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books on a tier list, so let's get started, I guess. Now, this is actually good because I happen to have a younger sister who owns all these books. Now, there's actually like 15 or 16 of these apparently now. I don't know, I remember when there were like 5. Those were the days. But anyway, yeah, so I was really bored and I read them all. And some of them aren't that great, so we're gonna talk about them here. And it's gonna be a fun time, and you have no choice but to watch now. You've already started. So obviously, the most logical place to start is at the beginning with the first Diary of a Wimpy Kid. It's the red one, in case you're going off the colors. This one I'm going to put in A tier. It's really funny and also nostalgia. So yeah. Now, the second one obviously is the best one. We're gonna put up in S tier. We got Roderick Rules. This one is hilarious, and it has only gotten better with time for me, since I am an older brother. And, I'm clapping a lot, aren't I? Next up, we have the green one, which I forget the name of. So let me look that up real quick. The Last Straw, that's the name of that one. Yeah, so this is the one where they go on the camping trip, I believe. And I'll put this in, let's drag it over to A tier. We're gonna put it in A tier. Now, it's really funny, and I really like it. And, I remember being a Cub Scout and being in similar situations as, our main deuteragonist. Yeah, it's pretty funny, and I enjoy it quite a bit. Next up, we've got Dog Days, which I'm going to put slightly below the last one, on the tier list. Again, I think it's really funny, and it's hard ranking the better ones because, you know, depends on my mood. And here we come to one of the weaker ones. We're finally putting one in B tier. We're putting The Ugly Truth. Now, if you think about the first 4, you've got the red one, the blue one, the green one, and the yellow one. And all of them are great, and all of them are A and S tier. But for some reason, The Ugly Truth never really... It's always like the weakest one. Like, I don't know why. It just is not very good, I guess. Like, it's still funny and it's still like alright. Like, I put it in B tier. It's not like I put it in like the lowest tier possible. But like, I don't know. I just never had the same kind of connection to it that I do the other ones of the earlier ones. So yeah. Cabin Fever is kind of basically 2020 the book, because we're all stuck inside right now, or we're supposed to be stuck inside. Cabin Fever is funny, and I'll put it in A tier. I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm going to put The Third Wheel in A tier. This one I think is really funny. This is the one where he goes to the dance, and his uncle, whose name is it Uncle Joe? No, that's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's funny. It's relatable. I like it a lot. What am I doing with my hands during this entire video? Hard Luck, I'm gonna put in B tier. It's a little bit better than The Ugly Truth, but it's also very forgettable. But I have better memories of it than I do The Ugly Truth. Like, this one is the one where I think the grandma dies in this one, and there's something about a magic 8-ball I remember. But yeah, it's not that memorable, as you can probably tell from my brief synopsis there. Yeah, so it exists. I guess it's B tier, it's fine, whatever. Next out, we've got The Long Haul. The movie tainted this book. This book I'm putting in B tier, the highest one in B tier as of right now. And it's not that bad. It's pretty funny. They go on a road trip, and it's pretty clever and amusing, and I like it quite a bit. Alright, C tier has now its first occupant. We put the 10th book, Old School. Now, this is the last one I actually remember reading. This is the one where, like, the mom bans all technology, I'm pretty sure, which makes sense, you know, for her character. So it's not like, you know, it just kind of is. The plot just kind of happens. It's not really memorable at all. It's one of the more mediocre ones, probably. Like, it's not good, but it's also not, like, bad. None of these books are really, like, bad. At worst, they're boring. Like this one. This one just kind of bored me to sleep. Man. Doubledown is the next book, and I'm putting it in D tier. Now, Doubledown is not very good. It's not very funny. The whole thing leads up to, like, them making a movie, apparently, but, like, that doesn't happen till, like, the last couple pages. And even then, it's only, like, a few pages, so, you know, it just is. Doubledown is frustrating, and I don't like it. I don't remember this book when I was younger. I got nothing to say. The Getaway is sort of fine, I guess you could say. They go on vacation. I know that happens. See, here's the problem with the next book, The Meltdown, and honestly, The Getaway also. I probably could have said that about that. What made the original books great and funny and memorable and nostalgic and all that stuff is that they took, like, scenarios that we could find ourselves in, and they made it relatable. Like, they put it in a book format. Like, I remember being younger and I was like, huh, I have a kid in my class just like that, you know, stuff like that. With things like The Meltdown is about a giant snowball fight between, like, an entire town. That doesn't just happen, I don't think, right? At least not where I live. So, I don't like this one. This one's C tier. Alright, now the last one on this list is called Wrecking Ball, and it's the most recent one, I think. It's the most recent one we own, at least. But this is actually the best one in quite some time. Probably the best one since, like, whatever one we had previously on the list that was this high. And yeah, it's emotional, and it sets you up to be the last one in the series. Like, there's this whole tearful goodbye between Greg and Rowley. Rowley's the friend, right? And it's really nice. And then everything goes crazy at the end, and it's funny, and I like it. It's the best one I've read in this series in a while. And yeah, it's alright. So that was a video that happened. Subscribe?